Yeah. Hi, this is Kiran. I'm going to teach you about how to implement HTML5 API. So here, first API I'm going to discuss is HTML5 drag and drop feature. Okay. So this is, I have created my work location here. Just go to this. Okay. And copy this particular thing and go to your IDE. Here I'm using a Sublime editor and go to this, open here. So this is my work location. This is my current working folder. I'm going to create a new file to create my index.html. So this is my index.html. Okay, and I'm going to create a new folder, that is a JS folder. So this JS folder is going to store my JavaScript files. Okay, let me create one file inside of it. That is script.js. So here you can see script.js is there inside this particular JS folder, and I'm going to create another folder called CSS folder to apply the styles. Okay, don't worry, I'm not applying much styles over here. So simple styles I'm going to use. Take this one and save this as style.css. Now go to this index.html, type HTML on the Sublime itself, press tab. It will auto-complete the basic default structure of your HTML page. Now HTML5 API colon drag and drop. Okay, now go to this body. Inside this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to list out a group of elements, a group of images here. So I'm going to make use of this UL unordered list. Inside that, I'm going to create some list items. Let me create this. I'm going to go, sorry. Copy this. I have created 5 list items. Inside that list item, it is allowed in multi-line editing is allowed in the Sublime text editor software. Now here I'm going to write an image tag. It will autocomplete. Okay, so I have taken an image tag like this and go to this, and I'm going to select my pictures. Go to the sample pictures. Now copy this URL, okay, to locate my images here. So just place. So my URL is same for all the images except the file name. So let us try the file name. The first one is, I have some images like coala.image, coala.jpg, right? That is my first image. Second one is, okay, lighthouse. Second image, third image, I do have what I can call a desert, DSERT, and you have something called tulips, TULIPS, and you have finally a jellyfish. I'm going to take this one, okay, jellyfish. Now check out this in your browser, open in browser. You will get a big size of a list of images here, the HD images, but I'm not following any performance issues. Why? Because I have big size images here, so I'm not bothering about any performance issues here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize it with the help of CSS. So where is my CSS? Here I'm going to write down, take this particular on our list. Okay, I don't know. Let's go for this list item, and I'm going to create an image also. So for the image, I'm going to take width is 100 pixels, height is 100 pixels. Okay, and for this list item, what I'm going to do is for this one, list style type to be none, so that you can remove the dots here. For the timing, I'm going to comment this one. So list item 100 pixels, 100 pixels. I'm going to add some border to this. Okay, take out the border, or otherwise I can place this one. You want the border 1 pixel solid #000. I have given a border to this li item, and I'm going to place a margin for this. Margin in all directions 5 pixels. Let's check this out in my browser how it's going to look. Oops, I'm not getting, still I'm getting, yeah, one thing I have to do, I have to link this particular style.css to this particular index.html. That can be done with a link tag. Okay, just provide the reference locations here, css/style.css. and save this and refresh the page. Now you're getting what I can call your list item. So, but here I'm getting a big size of what I can call um, I think I'm getting a border here, so I don't want this border. Okay, for the time being, I'm going to take this border here. That is okay. Okay, that's looking nice. But anyway, li items will be displayed in a what I can call block level elements. That is why it's displaying the entire length. Okay, I want to remove this particular dots. That can be done with the help of list style type to be none. Now I can see a list of my images here. Okay, right. That is about what I'm going to do here. After that, I'm going to create a drop location. So let us, here I'm talking about the drag and drop feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give an ID. Before this, let me create a div element. I have taken a div element. So for this div, I'm going to apply some styles here. Div. I'm going to give some size of the div is width to be 100,000 pixels. It's a big screen. Okay, height to be 400 pixels, 500 pixels. I'm going to get half of that. I need to give the border also. Border 1 pixel solid #000. Save this. Yeah, refresh. Now you got your big screen here. It is a div section. This to be, I want to bring this to be at the left side. So what I'm going to do is here for the list item, I'm going to use a float simply left, float left direction. Okay, and I need to give the float for this div section also. Float left. Then you can see this one. Now you can see the big screen got sized here, as what I can call. After this particular list items, I can find this what I can call big screen or big div element. Okay, so but I want to manage this margin top to be around 50 pixels. Let's take, and margin left to be let's take 200 pixels. I hope this will work. Still it's not, it's to be, let me take this 200 pixels. That is good. Okay, so when I'm going to drag this item, I want to drop in this location so that I will see a big image of this smaller image version. Okay, so I want to make this a little bit size to be 6, and where are the 50 pixels? I want to bring this to be 30 pixels. Yeah, that is okay. So I can increase, still I can increase the size, the height to be 600 pixels. That is good. And this to be 20 pixels. Refresh this page. That is good. I got a big screen, but I can go for 550 pixels. That is fine for me. That is good. So I can find equivalent height for this list of items. So I want to drag this particular image and I want to drop in this location. Okay. By default, HTML doesn't allow such feature. That is why you will get a cross mark when I'm going to drag that image. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just switch back to this your index.html and try to give ID which element you are trying to drag it. Okay. ID equal to Okay, so here I'm going to name it as a drag element, and the ID that is drag element is an ID name that is given to this image. And for this particular thing, ID equal to drop drop location. I'm going to make it as a drop location. So this is the first image is a drag item, and this big screen is a drop location. Okay, so by using these IDs, I'm going to access these two elements inside my JavaScript. Let's get into the JavaScript. Let me talk about the drag and drop features. Okay, so just like your mouse event handlers, mouse and keyboard event handlers, HTML5 introduces the drag and drop event handlers. Okay, drag and drop events. Okay, let us talk about those things. So we have a lot of things are there, but I'm not going to discuss all these things. I want to make this video to be short. So I have something called drag. Okay, drag start. All these are list of drag items. I'm sorry, drag events. Okay, just like on click, okay, on mouse over something like that. We have drag and drag start. Okay, we have drag enter, and that's all are small letters only. Don't make use of capital letters or camel case letters. Drag exit. Okay, drag leave, drag over, drag start. These are different types of events that you can find inside your drag and drop event handlers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first thing you have to do is you have to get this particular element inside your JavaScript. How you are going to do that? Drag item. I'm going to create a new variable in JavaScript with the name drag item. So inside into this particular variable, what I'm going to do is document.get element by ID. Okay, what is the ID name that I have given to this particular drag item? Okay, so the ID name is drag element. Okay, I'll give the drag element. That's it. So you are going to pick up the what you can call this particular image element into this JavaScript with the help of this get element by ID. So you got that particular image object into this particular drag item. Okay. Now I'm going to create drop. What I can say, drag item. I'm going to take drop item also. Okay. Actually, it should be a drop location, but I don't want to match these two things. Okay. So drop location is same. Anyway, I'll make it as drop LOC. Okay, that means drop location. So just the same as with the help of ID, I'm going to get that particular drop location from HTML, but the ID is drop location. So this is the drag item. This is the drop location I'm going to get inside my JavaScript. So first thing, what you are going to do is drag item dot, just like on click. Okay, this is a mouse event handler, just like that. You can start on drag start. Okay, this is an event handler that you have. Sorry, this to be small letter. On drag start equal to implement a callback function. Okay, just like this. Okay, on drag start. Similarly, for the drop location, so first of all, let me check this out whether it's working or not. Go to console.log of. It's dragging. Something like that. I'm going to print some message and I'm going to do some drag options here. So see whether if I don't implement this particular thing. So by the way, I need to link up this particular script inside this index.html. So I'm going to use this one, script tag, make use of src equal to js/script.js, right? Now refresh this page. Now when I'm going to drag this, you're not getting anything inside of this particular console, right? Now just remove these comment symbols. So for your drag item is nothing but your image here, okay? And you are adding an on drag start event. So you are adding on drag event here, okay? So let us refresh this one. For this event, I'm going to print some message here. Refresh this page, drag it. Now you can see it's dragging. Again, do it. So then count is incrementing. The same message is printing. Okay. So that means my on drag start event is working. Okay. That got added to this particular drag item. Similarly, when you are going to drop it, first thing is drop location. Go to the drop location on. What I can do is, first of all, you have to think about what actually drag start will do is uh, this event will be fired when the user start dragging. Okay, the drag start. So I'm going to write this event will be fired. Okay, when the user starts dragging the item. Got it? That is called on drag start. Similarly, we have on drag over. Don't directly go for, we have another thing, drop is there. Okay, don't directly use the drop. First of all, you can use this particular on drag over so that it will initiate the drag, what you can call the drag item to be entered into your drop locations. Okay, so what you can do is on drag over. Okay, write some callback function here. If you on CTUI on, okay, dot log, take this one. It's okay. It's drag over. I'm going to print this statement like that. So this will, the drag over will tell you that okay, this event will be fired uh, when an element or any other text selection is being made and drag over to a drop location. Okay, this event will be initiated or fired when an element or any text element, in the sense it may be text element, it may be an image, whatever the thing. Okay, when an element, okay, selection got made, I need to put this in a wrap. So selection is being selection is being dragged over to the drop location, to a valid drop location. Are you getting? So here this is the selection I made. This is the item I have selected, and whenever I'm trying to drag this item on a valid drop location, then this particular drag over event will be fired out. Got it? So let's see whether it's happening or not. So now let me refresh this again. You don't have anything inside this console. Click on this item. Okay, move it, move it. Now you can see a cross symbol on the image you can find. That means the drag option by default HTML is not allowed. And move this. See, when it's drag over on the drop location, you'll get a message called drag over. That means this event got recognized. Got it? Right? After that, that means it is only telling that the element is dragged or is dragged over on this particular item. It's not a drop. If you want to drop it, then you have to use what I can call drop LOC, drop location dot on drop. You have to implement another what I can call event handler like this function on drop. So what it will tell is once the what you can call once we release the mouse to drop the element on the drop location, then this event will be fired out. This will be fired when you drop the dragged item on the location. Drag on the drop location. Got it? Now try to print this one. Console.log. It's dropped. Let's see whether these messages will be fired out or not. So on drag start, so it's got dragging. On drag over, it's not yet released. When I release this one, it should print that particular thing. It's not printing. Why? Because by default the drop is not allowed in our HTML. So in order to do that, you have to prevent the default nature of that particular action. So you can do that by using prevent default method that is available in the event. So here I'm going to take a variable EVT, something like that. Okay, EVT is just a variable. This EVT will hold whatever the object that is written by this event. So that means when I'm talking about the mouse click, okay, mouse click is an event. That click event will consist of a lot of properties and method, right? So whenever that event got fired out, all the methods and properties are packed into an object, and that object will be transferred into this particular variable, into this callback function. Similarly, for this case also, for this on drop, whenever I drop it, the drop event will pack it up with different properties and methods. All those methods and properties are packed into an object, and it will transfer into this particular variable. Now I can handle, or I can access that particular event by using this EVT variable. Let us see how it is going to be, right? So if you want to see that event, console.log, just print it. Of course, you are not able to print right now. First of all, what you can do is EVT. There is a property called EVT.prevent default. So this object itself contains a prevent default method. So first I'm going to remove that prevent default nature of your HTML. That means dropping a item into a particular location is not allowed in HTML, but that default nature got removed by using this method. Okay, now let's refresh this one. Drag it, drop it, and drop it. 1 second, I am not getting this one. So on drop, the event dot prevent default. Just a second. I think we need to do the prevent default nature in this drag or feature also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to handle the drag over event with the help of EVT again. So this particular variable is completely different with this variable. Okay. So EVT dot prevent default, something like that. Let's come back to and refresh your page. Click on this, drag it, remove it. Now you can see that it is dropped. Okay, now you can observe that. I can refresh this page. See, whenever I move the mouse on this particular drop location, the cross symbol is not displaying. That means we prevented that particular default nature. Okay, default nature of not to allow dropping. Okay, here it is allowing the dropping. When I release it, it's showing it's dropped, and you can see that event got fired out. And I told you that even fired out event will contains a lot of properties and methods. Okay, all this packed into a single object that will be transferred into this particular event variable. Okay, that is a simple okay, what I can call implementation of your drag and drop feature. Of course, not yet completed. Come back to this. Just I want to remove this statement. Now what I'm going to do is, so first of all, I want to bring this particular image. I want to drop it in this particular location, but I'm not displaying my image. So what I have to do? So you have to do first thing is this is a dragging event. This is a dropping event. That means you need to communicate. That means what item that is dragged and on what location it is dropped. So these two events, that means this event and this event, I want to take another event, should be communicated. Okay, we need to establish a communication between two events. That can be possible with the help of interface methods that is available inside our drag and drop HTML drag and drop feature. Okay, drag and drop interfaces. Okay, so once is data transfer. You can take this one. If you want to check this out, HTML5 APIs. You can go to this. You have a list of HTML5 APIs. Now click on this drag and drop. You can find the different types of interfaces. Okay, I'm not talking about all these things. I'll go for this data transfer. Why? Because we need to establish the communication between this on drag start event and this on drag stop event. Why? Because which element that I picked up and on which location I'm going to place it. So there should be a communication between these two things. So in order to know that, what I'm going to do is, so EVT dot, so this event itself contains a data transfer method. Okay, this data transfer interface will contain some methods. Okay, like set data, get data. So here I'm going to set the data, So inside that you have to pass a key value pair, the key and value. So here I'm using a key. The value will be the ID of your drag item. What is the ID of this drag item? This is drag element. Now copy this drag element ID and pass here. So here we have a key and we have a value, right? So by using this key, I'm going to get this ID of the dragged item into this drop location. So what I can do? So with the help of data transfer again, evt dot data transfer dot get data. There is a method to get the data. So the data is, here I'm passing key. That means what is happening here? Now I'm trying to communicate this particular event with this particular event. That here I'm transferring some information. What item that I got selected, that I got dragging, that information is passed into this dropping item with the help of get data and set data. That means these two events have got communication. Okay, so yeah, I misspelled here. I need to remove this one. It's not EVT. Now, what item that I'm going to drag, that to be node by this drop location or on drop event handler. So I got that information with the help of this particular line. So let me create a variable. Sorry, let me create a var. Okay, drop item. So I placed this particular value, that is what item that is dragged, that will be get into this particular on drop event with the help of key. That means this to be matched. Okay, the key name should be matched. So I will get this value into this particular drop item variable. Let us print that whether I'm getting a correct value or not log. Okay, so drop item. Save this, come back to your location and refresh the page, drag it and drop it. Now you're getting an ID of that particular element. What is the ID of this one? Drag item, drag element, sorry, that is given here, drag element. Instead of giving like this, you can use, instead of giving a string, if you don't know the ID, you can dynamically get it, event dot target dot ID. This is also valid, and this is more generic way to get the ID of a particular element, okay, of this particular drag and drop actions. See this? Now still you are getting a drag element, right? If you got the ID, it is very easy to access a particular HTML element, right? How you are going to access it? Simply, so var my element equal to document dot get element by ID. Inside that you can pass the ID. What is the ID here? That is our drop item. So that means I selected this particular image, nothing but this particular image, Okay, that selected information is passed to this drop location with the help of data transfer interface by using a set and method, set data and get data. Okay, finally I got that particular ID of this particular image with the help of ID, which is I passed here. Okay, with the help of that particular ID, I'm able to access that particular image with the help of this document.getElement by ID method. So let us print my element, what actually I got this particular thing here. So let me go take this one and place here console.log, and you can take this my element. Save this and refresh again. Now click on this image, drag it and drop it. Now you can see that image that I dropped in this drop location is same as this one, that is called.jpg. Now see, I'm getting that particular image here. Okay, that is same idea I have. That's it. You completed that one. Now you have to display that particular image on your screen. How you are going to do that? So simply what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an element. Okay, my new element equal to document dot created. There are a lot of ways out there, but I'm using this one. Create element. Inside that, I'm going to place image. I'm going to create a new image element inside this particular, what I can call a div item. See, inside this div item, I don't have any image, right? But I'm going to create a new image and I'm going to append that one to your div element. What is the div element name? Drop location. This is the name of my div element in my JavaScript. So dot append child. This is a property where I can append my new element into this. So what is the element I have? This one. Copy this and place this one. So whenever I execute these two statements, now you can observe that. Take this one in the code and the elements tab, and you don't have any element of inside this particular div element, right? Okay, now save this one and refresh again. So whenever you're going to drop it, a new element got added into this particular div element. See, you can see that div got updated. Check out, image got updated, but there is no source attribute for this one. So for this, what I'm going to do is I can simply access the source attribute with simply dot property dot src equal to my new element dot src equal to, what is the dragged item? That is I got here, that is my element, right? This is the dragged item. This is a new element I added to my location. So my element dot src, nothing but, so inside this console, I'm going to copy this src file, sorry, src path, okay, and I'm going to place it inside a new image, that is nothing but this particular image. I'm going to add a new src attribute. Now you can see this, drag it and place it. You can see your item got placed on this particular location. Image src, something like that. But I'm finding this image is very small. I want to see my big image. So what I can do, go to this particular thing, div hyphen image, okay, width to be 100%. I can make use of this one. Let's check this out. Oops, it's not working like this. Height to be set 100%. Let's drag it and drop it. Now I can see big image over here. Got it? Refresh this page, drag it and drop it. You're getting that particular big image on this particular big screen. Okay, this is what actually the drag and drop feature with the simple elements I can have. Now let me remove the console statement. I don't want this, and I don't want this one also. Yeah, so such a simple code I can implement my drag and drop feature. Okay, this is one way drag and drop feature. So I hope you understand this particular application, and if you'll if you're satisfied with this, try to implement for remaining images also. It's not allowing here, so try to do that as a practice, and you'll get a lot of things into your mind, and you can get benefited on these things. Okay, and right, that's it. Okay, I hope you understand this concept, and try to implement remaining things also. Just writing what I can call drop, just implement those things and how it is behaving, and how the events got fired out on what actions. Okay, so try to implement those things like this remaining also. Right, if you like the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and anyway, thank you. We will see some more HTML5 APIs in the future classes. Thank you. Bye.